Okay. Let's go here. And 1, 2, 3.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
You walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time.
All right.
Let's go.
Y'all see it? Can y'all see it? I'm talking to you. Hey, Lady L. Michelle. I know I don't have it on right. Hold on.
This is what it feels like.
Let me put it all right. I don't want to look like the governor of Florida. Okay, there we go. I don't like it like that. It's too tight on my face. My face is fat. All right, so who's going to make me a lunch break one?
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this kind of remind me of football. Yeah. The bottom line.
Hey, Donna Coleman Holman.
The chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game.
Oh, boy, I'm tired already.
He's a man. He can be a hit just like this. He's a man. You already might be big, right? He's a man. I'm proud of you step on the field, man. That's who I am. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, this game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I had to wear my mask in because for the first time since March, I've got a guest in the studio. So since she's 6 feet away from me, I'm gonna take my mask off and I'm gonna keep talking directly in front of me, and I'm gonna let her be back there. I can see you right here in the camera. But ladies and gentlemen, it's Team Texas Tuesday. I'm AJ Jones. It is the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. And as y'all can see in the back of my deal there, I've got a young lady joining me in the studio. Tell everybody your name and who you are.
Hi, y'all. My name is Jamie Calhoun, and I'm from University of Texas at Arlington.
All right, now, Jamie, I want you to pull that mic just a little bit closer. You got a great voice, man. You have an awesome voice.
Thank you.
And tell about Jamie Calhoun went to or attend the University of Texas at Arlington.
Yes, sir. And I graduate this year in December.
You graduate in December, so you coming on out.
Yes, sir.
Jamie is our virtual co-host of the day. She's also a young lady that's interning with us on our other station, our flagship station, KWWJ. She's also doing some work here with us at KYOK. So I wanted to get her in. Now, Jamie,
yes,
you coming out in December. What are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in broadcast communications. So I want to be either a radio host or either a news anchor.
Radio host or news anchor. I think you've got the voice for both. I think you've got the personality for both. I think that's going to be, I don't think that's going to be, it's going to be hard work, but I think you can do it. I think you can do it. How long have you wanted to be a radio show host or a journalist, news journalist?
For 2 years, because before that I was doing theater. Before that, because I earned my associate's degree in theater, and then I earned my master's degree in theater too. So when December, I'll have my bachelor's. in broadcast communication. So hopefully I will have 3 degrees once I'm.
What you say? Jamie said I went in there and came out with 3 of them. I ain't mad at you at all. How are you enjoying the University of Texas at Arlington?
I like it a lot. The campus is really beautiful. The teachers are very good. They teach very well. So I'm very happy.
I know the school very well. I attended Southwestern Theological in Fort Worth. I lived in DeSoto, and then I stayed in Arlington for a little while. And I had a couple of friends that actually teach at the university. So I've been on the campus a couple of times. Y'all got y'all have a basketball team. They've been pretty good sometimes. Other times they haven't been so good. So, yeah, that's good stuff. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Houston. I'm from here.
Jamie Calhoun from the H. From the H, where'd you attend high school, Jamie?
I attended high school at Crosby, Texas, because I'm born in Houston, but my family, we moved to Crosby.
Okay. For those who don't know, Crosby is not really a suburb, but it's a little city or town, if you will, outside of Houston. Kind of northeast, is it? Yeah.
That's about where it is.
Yeah. How many people do they have in Crosby? Is Crosby a bigger town than I think it is?
Let me see, because when I graduated, it was about 400 and some students.
And your graduating class?
Mm-hmm, 2016.
Yeah, I wasn't hitting on nothing. We had 611 in my graduating class, and I graduated a bunch of decades before you. So,
it's pretty small.
Crosby's all right, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Look, I knew someone who had 7 people in her graduating class. So just 7. I told they would have made y'all wait till they had at least 100 people to graduate at one time in my neck of the woods. So Crosby, a good town. And you went to Crosby High School. How did you do academically at Crosby?
I did very well academically. I got my GPA in Crosby was a 3.5 there in Crosby. Because over at UTA right now it's a 3.89.
You better say it like you mean it.
Oh yeah.
You better say it like you mean it. She said my GPA at Crosby was about 3.5, about 3.5. But when I got on up there to UTA, I had to let them know. So I'm rocking with about a 3.83. I ain't mad.
Yes, sir. Magna cum laude.
You better come on, somebody. That is outstanding.
Yes.
That is outstanding. So yeah, you gonna walk with some cords when you graduate in December.
Oh yes, they've already got my cord, my honorary cord. They've been had it ready since last month.
This young lady came in with her own fan club, man. I'm kind of tripping how she on my show and she got a bigger fan club than me. Lunch breakers, y'all better make some noise for you, boy. I'm feeling a little slighted. Y'all are hilarious. We got Jamie Calhoun joining us as my virtual co-host for the day. She is in the studio with me. And just a phenomenal young lady. If you want to get in and you want to talk and encourage her, we're going to talk about some topics next. Jamie, I want to hear your thoughts about some of the things that are going on in our society today. I want to hear your thoughts about what you're passionate about. And we want to learn more about Jamie Calhoun today. Is that all right?
Oh, that's all right. That's all good.
Lunch breakers, you know how we do it. We got Jamie in our first hour. We've got another young lady that'll be joining us in the second hour. So it's going to be a full day of virtual co-hosts. Again, I'm just so grateful to have an opportunity to spotlight young people like Jamie, like the young lady that we have coming up, like the folks that we've had leading up to this. I know I've told y'all, Todd Malcolm's daughter, Kaylee Malcolm, sent me a note that just had my eyes sweating, man. That little girl had my eyes crying. I mean, I felt like Stevie Wonder because they always start to cry. All right, y'all, we'll be right back on the lunch break right after this on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's Team Texas Tuesday. Why don't you get in and talk to us? 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Or text me 832-403-5005.
Representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged.
Great job.
Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed, and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on KYOK and on the lunch break? And I heard these words: help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host for the day? That's right, 30 minutes every Tuesday right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Your child can invite their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones, on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
Having trouble getting focus? Getting your to-do list done.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
You're having your lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. Got my TSU shirt on. The late, great Dr. Freeman is being laid to rest today in a public viewing and then a private ceremony. So I, couldn't be there, and I definitely wanted to give honor to one of the true legends that came out of this area and out of Texas Southern University. Again, the late great Dr. Thomas Freeman. So, want to keep his family, and the TSU family in our thoughts and sincere prayers. So he would have loved you. Your confidence, your inflections and intonations, he would have absolutely loved you. So, I'm telling you, he was made the Texas Southern University debate team world renowned. So. Again, we want to thank God for a life well lived with Dr. Freeman. All right, we've got Jamie Calhoun joining us here on the lunch break. She's my virtual co-host of the day. And Jamie, tell us a little bit about what you're passionate about. What do you love to do?
Well, I like to do many of things. Obviously, like, I like to, do this stuff, be on the radio, but I also like to, I like to dance. I like to swim. I like to act. Since I have some degrees in that.
Well, wait. Hold on now. I don't know if they told you about me. I'm a little thrown off. You like to dance? Can you dance, Jamie?
Oh yeah.
Jamie, what kind of dance are you doing, Jamie?
Oh, I do all sorts of dancing.
Jamie, can you dance, Jamie?
Oh yeah, I can dance.
Jamie, you can break it on down.
I can dance. Because I used to go to my school dances. I used to, I could tear it up.
Okay, I'm not mad. I'm not hating. I'm just asking. And then you said you like to swim.
Mm-hmm.
I found it interesting. I'm not originally from Houston. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
And been down here off and on since 1989. And a lot of people I meet from here, a lot of people I've met since I've been here, number one, are not from here.
Okay.
And number two, don't know how to swim. Like, I just feel like Texas, right near the Gulf of Mexico, you would think that a lot more people knew how to swim. You got lakes, you got parks, you got all kinds of bodies of water, pools, you name it. And you have an abundance of people here who don't know how to swim. Like, I learned how to swim by finding out the hard way that I did not know how to swim. I saw all my friends jumping off the diving board and then swimming over to the side. I went and ran, jumped off the diving board. I didn't understand that I couldn't swim to the other side.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they pulled me out, and you think that stopped me? No, I just jumped closer to the side. That way I can fight my way to the edge until I learned how to swim. And like I said, I saw my friends doing it. So at 8 years old, I'm like, I got to learn how to swim. All my friends are doing it, I'm doing it. How old were you when you learned how to swim?
I was 7.
See, yeah, about that same. Did you take formal lessons, or are you self-taught?
I took lessons at the YMCA.
YMCA.
What happened was when I first tried to learn how to swim, when my brother tried to teach me how to swim, I was scared of water really bad.
Okay, wait. Hold that thought. I got to get a break in. Let me pay these bills, and we'll come back with more from Jamie Calhoun telling us how she learned how to swim.
You're a diabetic. You need supplies.
That's good.
You don't want to
That's
visit
funny.
the pharmacy. What do you do?
Yeah, that story
Call
was
US
funny.
Med for home delivery of your
I
supplies.
ain't no different.
If you have diabetes,
It's like, why
and
can't I
you're
get
worried
my
about
bottles
how
water?
much
Why can't I get up there? Hey, wait.
The safety and comfort of your
It was in the deep end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, somebody jumped out there and get me.
Your blood sugar
Were
4
your
more times
parents,
a day
were they
and inject
around?
insulin 3 or more times a day.
I went to the pool with somebody,
To get a new continuous
and
glucose
whoever I went with,
monitor
I don't think.
cost, which may eliminate the
Yeah.
pain of pricking
Yeah,
your
yeah,
fingers.
we weren't worried about it.
Smarter
We weren't worried about it, but I did. My mom said, "Oh, my poor baby, let me get him in some swim lessons." So not only did I take swim lessons, but I took diving lessons. And I on the diving team all the way through college.
800-417-0851.
That's really good.
417-0851.
Swimming is a lot of fun.
It is very good exercise too.
0851.
The people I know that take water aerobics, they absolutely love it.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
Having trouble getting focus? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God, his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
Two more commercials.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most
Jim,
of
I'm gonna need
won't
you to
even
talk
call
right into the
unless
tip
there's
of that mic. They're
burglary
saying
in
they're
your
having a hard
neighborhood
time
or
hearing
something
you.
bad happens.
Okay.
So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-561-6947. 800-561-6947. 800-561-6947. Again, that's 800-561-6947.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK. 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
I'm Ben Tankard, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Team Texas Tuesday, and joining us for Team Texas Tuesday is one of my virtual co-hosts of the day. Her name is Jamie Calhoun. She attended Crosby High School. She is now a senior at the University of Texas in Arlington. And she likes to sing. She likes to dance. She likes to act. And she said she likes to swim. And we are finding out how she learned how to swim. And you said at first you were afraid of the water.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I was very afraid of the water. I mean, you could not, I repeat, could not make me go under the water. Because my brother used to have it really bad. He put me on his back and he would try to swim under the water. He couldn't do that. I would go crazy as a child. And I think after a few times of me doing that, that's when my mom realized that it was time to put me in some swimming lessons.
Okay.
So once I got into swimming lessons, me being afraid of the water, that went away after some time, and I actually really enjoyed swimming from that point on. So I had it was a crazy experience when I was afraid of that water. You could not.
So you didn't like to get your face wet. You didn't like the water getting in your nose. What was the issue?
I think when I would go underneath the water, I felt like I would think in my head that I was going to drown or something. And my brother would always tease me about it because he wasn't scared of the water, but I was. So when he would try to put me underneath the water, I would go just crazy. I would be screaming and crying. And, my mom, I think after a few times, she was like, you know what, it's just time to put you in swimming lessons, Jamie, because you scared of water too much.
That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. So now you go to the pool, you go to the beach, you travel to the islands. Where do you do your favorite swimming now?
My favorite swimming is mainly at the pool,
Okay.
but I do go to the beach every blue moon with some friends, and we'll go swimming.
Okay. All right. If you say so. I don't swim at the beach.
Well, you don't swim at the beach?
I don't swim at the beach. I mean, call me old and cantankerous and what have you. I have no desire to swim at the beach. I just don't.
Is it because of the sharks?
I ain't really, put it this way. I don't have an issue with sharks because I don't fool with them. You know what I mean? I'm not getting in their water. They're not getting in my tub. They're not getting in my pool. So we good. We just have I'm not swimming at the beach. I just don't. I'll walk out there and I'll, get around my ankles. That's it. I'm not going out and swimming. I'm just not. I'll get on a jet ski. I'll ride the little banana boat. I'll parasail. But just swimming out into the ocean, ain't doing it.
I ain't mad at you.
Ain't doing it. I will lay out and act like I'm tanning like crazy. But swimming on the beach, not my thing. You swim?
Mm-hmm. It's just that I don't go out too far, but I do swim because, like I said, I'll be thinking about them sharks and all that stuff, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to go too far out there because
JD Calhoun is my special guest, virtual co-host of the day, and we're talking about swimming out on the beach. So tell truth. What would you do if you saw a shark?
Ooh,
Janie, what would you do if you saw a shark?
my first gut instinct would be, for me to try to swim back to the bank because there obviously would not be nothing else left for me to do because I wouldn't be able to just call for help. I would just have to just start swimming.
Now you're not going to outswim the shark, so I mean, you just gonna let him bite you from behind?
I would have. That might would happen.
You gonna give it your best shot?
I'll give it my best shot.
Look, it's either you or me, player. On your mark, get set, and you already gone. You gone before go.
I would not just let him just get me. It wouldn't be that easy for him.
Yeah, I ain't giving up. I'm not giving up. I ain't giving up a finger, a toe, a leg. I'm gonna look at it like either you gonna eat or I'm gonna eat, and I feel like sushi right now. So, yeah, I'm digging him in his eyes, his nose. As long as I stay away from that mouth, I'm all right.
Oh yeah. Stay away from the mouth. Them shark teeth.
Yeah, man. So, you do swim a little bit at the beach. Do you do the water skis and the jet skis and all that kind of stuff?
I don't too much fool with those, but my brothers, they do.
Okay.
They love the jet skis.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 5 brothers.
What?
Oh yeah.
You're the only girl with 5 brothers?
I'm the baby.
You ain't gonna never have a boyfriend. I'm just telling you now. You ain't gonna never have a boyfriend. And if you got one now, you don't really have it. He just has permission from a couple of the 5 to date you. I'm just telling you what you might not know.
Yeah, they not.
They like that.
They not really into me, having boyfriends and stuff.
I don't blame them. They know how we are.
Because I have talked to them a couple times about me having a boyfriend or something like that. And they tell me no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? And they're just like, because you're not having a boyfriend. And I'm like, okay.
Keith Hennig said, I enjoy shark grilled. That's what I'm saying, Keith. If I know I'm not going to outswim this shark, and it's him and me, one of us got to eat, and ain't no sense in me being the one getting eaten.
That's how I feel.
I'm just feeling like I'm gouging out an eyeball. I'm digging in his nose. He's gonna be uncomfortable eating me. I'm just telling you right now. I don't mean to be graphic. I'll just boo-boo all over myself. He'll just have to eat chocolate frosted me. He ain't gonna enjoy me as a meal. I'm just telling you right now. He just gonna have to deal with it. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I told you I'm a little thrown off.
No, it's all right. I understand you because I would not be no easy meal for him.
I'm just telling you, man. He gonna go back and tell his shark friends like, man, I just had the nastiest meal I ever had in my life. I'm just telling you. He gonna be like, y'all pray for me. He going to Shark Church that day.
He'll be disappointed with his meal.
I'm telling you. Now, so you obviously like water and stuff like that. Have you ever water skied?
No, I have never water skied before. I want to.
It's really fun. It's really fun. If you can get somebody to help you learn how to do it, because once you get up on your skis, it's a lot of fun. But getting up for a novice who's never done it before can be challenging sometimes.
Yeah. I've seen people do it. It seems like a lot of fun, and I have been wanting to try it out. Just I haven't gotten the chance to. So hopefully one day I'll try it out. One day.
El Michelle said that's gross. Chocolate frosted. Yeah, man. I'm just letting you know.
That's a disappointing.
I'm just letting you. Donna Coleman Holman said dark meat is sweet. Well, he might not. He better have eaten some dark meat before you run up on me, because he might not get none that day. I'm just telling you. Yeah, water skiing is a lot of fun. I grew up in the Midwest, so I learned how to snow ski at an early age. And then when I moved down to Florida, I had a frat brother that owned a boat, and he would take people out water skiing. And I went out with him and his some other frat, and we were out there. Are you Greek? Are you Greek?
No.
Okay, all right, no problem. And we went out there, and for some reason, I was the one that could not get it. I couldn't get it to save my life. I could not get, because they kept saying, pull your skis back to your chest, and then the boat will pull you up. And I didn't understand the dynamic, so I had my knees bent.
Oh,
And I had the skis and my knees all in my chest. So when the boat would take off, I would just roll over like a ball. So I'm not even up. So they were like, come on, man, let's go. We finna go. And they were like mad. They were like, we gonna go. We gonna go do something else.
Oh, they got mad at you.
Yeah, because we was out there for some hours. I couldn't get it. So finally, I had my legs stretched out in front of me. And I was mad because they were getting ready to pull me in. And one of my frat brothers said, he got it now. Pull it. Hit the boat. And it did. It just pulled me up naturally, and I was up on my skis. We stayed out there for another couple of hours with me skiing.
Oh, finally got it.
Until they told me there was an alligator over on the side just kind of watching what we were doing.
Uh-oh.
I didn't need skis. I didn't need Jesus. I walked that water to that boat.
They didn't have to tell you twice.
They had to tell me twice. I'm not going to be fooled for something. I'm just not.
And then it was watching you.
You know what I mean? Why are you watching me? I ain't watching you.
God.
You know what I mean? Janie Calhoun, our virtual co-host of the day. Jamie, what else are you passionate about, Lo?
Let's see. I like to. I'm passionate about cooking. I like to cook.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I like to cook spaghetti and meatballs.
Janie. I don't know why. Janie, where you been all my life? You got these 5 brothers that ain't gonna let you date. I could help you out with that. You was afraid of the water. I could help you out with that. Now you tell me your favorite thing to cook is spaghetti and meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have a specialty with the spaghetti and meatballs? Because I want to humbly submit unto you that spaghetti and meatballs ain't really cooking.
Well, I cook other things too. I cook chicken casserole.
Now you cooking.
I cook pork chops.
Yeah,
I cook fried chicken. Spaghetti ain't the only thing.
I was just skimming. If your go-to is spaghetti and meatballs, then I need to find out how I can help you. Now, do you do the big meatballs or do you do the little ones?
I do the big ones.
You do the big ones. Okay, so there's some skill to that. How do you put it together, Janie?
First, I put my noodles on
Noodles,
first.
okay.
And then I put my with my meatballs and stuff like that. Like, I season my meat. Cause that's a big thing for me. I can't eat no bland. I can't eat no bland meat. That just ain't gonna work for me.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. So I season my meat, and I round the meat up in the ball, like the circle.
Okay.
And then I put it in the oven.
Do you mix it with anything? Do you do breadcrumbs or graham crackers or anything like that?
Majority of the time I use breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Majority of the time, and then I'll put it in the oven.
Okay.
And then when it comes time for the sauce, I put the ragu. I think I'm saying that right, ragu.
You're saying it right. I just had this conversation with a very dear friend of mine. And I said, anybody that does not know that Prego is better than ragu, they can't roll with me for too long. They can't roll. Have you ever tried Prego?
I think I have. It tastes good. I don't mind cooking with either one. But
have you ever made your own spaghetti sauce?
No.
Okay, so you haven't. I'm just gonna tell you. Listen, what do you like in your spaghetti? Do you like vegetables? You like tomatoes? Or you like what do you like it strong at?
I like the tomatoes, and as far as like the meat goes, I can have it with sausage, the ground beef, with it chopped up, then the meatballs, and sometimes I think every blue moon I have it with some chopped up wieners. I think is what some people put in there too.
Okay. I see what you're doing. I'm with you now. Baby girl, let me tell you, Prego will change the whole dynamic of your spaghetti. I mean, ragu is good. They've been around forever. We like ragu. What's up? But Prego is for real. Somebody's mama in there making that Prego. Somebody's mama is in the back of the Prego kitchen making that sauce. I'm just telling you right now.
I'm gonna have to try it.
You gotta try it. Now, I have since become a pescatarian since about September of last year, coming up on a year. So things that I used to like that, I have found a way to add fish or shrimp into the meal so that I can still enjoy it.
Oh, shrimp is real good.
I have a friend that ground up salmon and packed it together like meatballs and literally made salmon meatballs in spaghetti.
Ooh,
and I'm trying to tell you, I literally never left their house. I literally moved in. I can't go nowhere. Your people are my people. Your God is my God. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's so many unique ways to cook nowadays. I mean, you can literally find something. for everybody. You said you make pork chops. I have not yet found a fish substitute for pork chops. I'm looking for it.
Yes, sir. My father taught me how to cook pork chops, fried chicken, the fried fish, all that.
Janie Calhoun is our virtual co-host for the day. She got my stomach hurting over here because I'm so hungry right now.
I'm
trying to tell you, my protein box right now just ain't cutting it right now. Janie, who's the better cook, your mom or your dad? Go ahead and get in some trouble right now. Who's the better cook, your mom or your dad?
Ooh, you trying to get me?
I am.
Ooh.
They say I'm a little bit of messy. I'm a little bit petty, but I don't know that to be true.
I would say my mom is the better cook because she cooks more than what he does. My father, he normally cooks on the weekends because he works during the week, so he normally cooks on the weekend. But during the week, my mom she would do the majority of the cooking. So I would have to say my mom, she's a better cook. Daddy, don't get mad at me if you're listening.
I can't believe you said your mom was a better cook than your dad, and your dad was the one that taught you how to cook pork chops and fried chicken. I'm trying to figure out how you said your mama
that was a hard choice.
Was a better cook when your daddy was the one that taught you how to cook pork chops and fried chicken.
I can understand that. That you put me in a hard.
Yeah, and you fell for it. You fell. I got to read some comments for you. Keith Hennick said, "Please teach her how to put salmon over pasta." Karen Gibson just broke my heart. She said, "There is no substitute for pork chops." Karen Gibson says, "I make my own sauce." Here's a sports-related question. You ready, Jamie?
I'm ready.
Okay. Is Jamie Calhoun a Dallas Cowboy fan?
Not really.
All right. Are you a Houston Texans fan?
I go to their games. I've been to their games a few times.
Mm-hmm.
But with me, that's my brothers. Like they're really into like the sports. So that me, I'm not really all that into it.
You're not really a sports fan.
No.
Do you ever look at a uniform or a color of a jersey and say, "Oh, I like them. They got pretty jerseys" or something like that?
No, I'll look at that.
Okay, look at that. Do you ever see a cute player out there and say, "Hey, I like him"?
I think that's happened a couple of times,
okay.
But I had to kind of keep it to myself.
Yeah. Brothers, so I was gonna say you got 5 brothers, you the baby, so yeah, you can't rock with that too hard. You'll get somebody in trouble. Let's see, Houston Rockets. You're a Rockets basketball fan?
I've watched them a few times.
All right.
Now my brothers, that they love basketball, football, any sports you name it, they love it.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you out. You cannot be an Astros fan. Baseball. You can't be an Astros fan. Can I tell you why?
Why?
They cheated. Jamie. Jamie, they cheated so they can win.
Oh,
they cheated so they can win the whole doggone World Series. Now, you don't root for cheaters, right?
Ooh, no.
You can't reward them for their cheating. But here's the argument. The argument is that, well, everybody else cheats, so it's no big deal. Is that a valid argument to you, Jamie?
No, sir, it's not. Because cheating is not, there's no excuse for doing that. Because even in college, if you was to get caught doing that in college, oh my God.
Imagine if everybody else was cheating on an exam at UT Arlington and you were the one that got caught. Do you think you would get off because you said, well, everybody else was doing it?
No, sir, that would not be no excuse. I would doubt our math would be a 0 on that test, and I probably would get taken out of the class probably because they were strict with that.
Well, Janie, I'm glad that that's the way they think at UT Arlington, because a lot of the people who do what I do and what you want to do, they literally try to make excuses for the Astros, saying that, well, everybody else cheats. I think that's the worst argument in the whole wide world. Because watch this. If everybody else is doing it and you did it too, you're the worst at it because you got what? Caught.
That's the best excuse they can come up
with. That's their whole excuse. Yeah. Let's see. Donna Coleman Holman says she got to leave the Dallas area. We can't have that. Well, tell them. Well, I was gonna say tell them you're in Arlington, but the stadium's in Arlington too. So, Jamie, you ain't got to root for no Cowboys. You rock what you rock with, okay? You rock with your own meatballs. You rock with your own pork chops. Telling you your own person, Janie.
Yeah, I'm my own person.
You better say it loud.
I'm my own person. You know, I don't got to root for this person and that, this team and that team. You know, it's not mandatory for me to do that. You know, I'm just my own person. I do what I like to do. And I'm just me.
Janie says she like them noops. We do our own thing. All right, listen, I got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get into some serious questions, Janie. Okay, you ready for that?
I'll be ready.
All right, we'll do that next right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's AJ and Janie Calhoun on Team Texas Tuesday here on the legendary KYOK.
Career are you looking for? Do
You
you
good?
dream of using your creative talents in the movie
Having a
business?
lot of fun with you.
How about the advertising
Oh, I'm
world?
glad you are.
Or would you rather work in fashion? At Academy of Art University, we can help you get the art and design skills and experiences that employers want. Hundreds of top companies in the Bay Area and around the world have hired graduates from the Academy. You'll be trained by professional faculty members that have worked in the industry. So your education is practical and focused on what real-world companies want. You can get your degree at our San Francisco campus or anywhere online. Do what you want to do with your life. Call right now to get more information.
800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. 800-811-4169. That's 800-811-4169.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently? And now you can't afford your mortgage
one more
payment?
commercial
Or
after
do you
this.
have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash
doing
for
great.
your home
you.
immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talk with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and I've got a young lady with me today. She is my virtual co-host of the day. Her name is Janie Calhoun.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Janie.
How are you?
Baby girl, 5 brothers. How far apart are your brothers from you? Your closest brother to you, what's the age difference?
The closest one to me is 27.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other one he's 36.
Okay.
And then the 2 of them are in their 40s,
okay.
early 40s, and then I think the oldest one is in his mid 40s.
Okay.
We're all spread it now. 2 of them live over here in Houston,
okay.
And then I have 2 that live in Louisiana, Baton Rouge.
Okay.
And then I have the oldest one. He lives in Gary, Indiana.
Going back to Indiana. That's where Michael Jackson is from.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My favorite singer.
You better really, Michael Jackson.
I love Michael Jackson.
Really? Out of all the singers in your generation and era, you jump back to Michael Jackson.
Yes, sir. I've been loving. I like Michael Jackson since I was like about 5, and then I also like Bruno Mars.
Oh, Bruno Mars is an amazing entertainer. One of the baddest entertainers there is out there. I like him. I like him a lot.
I have a poster of him.
I'm gonna tell them brothers. I'm gonna tell those brothers. Are they listening? Did you tell them to listen?
I did.
Okay. Hey, brothers, what's up? Get that poster. All right. Favorite actor? Who's your favorite actor?
My favorite actor is Brad Pitt.
Okay, I can see that. Brad's a bad boy. I like that. Favorite actress?
My favorite actress is Halle Berry.
Really? So they're talking about Black Panther 2, and Beyonce or Halle seems to be their names are being thrown around for the same part. Mm-hmm. Who would you rather see in Black Panther 2, Halle Berry or Beyonce?
I would rather see Halle Berry
over
Beyonce because all the movies that I pretty much have seen Beyonce in, like they're mainly like a lot of them are singing. Movies, like where she actually had to sing.
Yeah.
In the movie,
she did good in The Lion King.
Mm-hmm,
her voice was in it, but she did good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Okay. I would choose Halle Berry over Beyonce for Black Panther.
Okay.
Too.
All right. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world right now. There's a lot of things going on with COVID-19. Apparently, we've got a resurgence of cases in COVID-19. You're how old?
I'm 21.
Would you say that your generation, your age group, is taking COVID serious enough, not serious enough, or it's just they ain't even thinking about it?
Not serious enough because like I have friends they go out, they don't wear no mask, they don't do no social distancing. I mean it's like to them it don't really bother them at all. Now for me, like I'm more conscious. Me, because I do wear a mask. Like whenever I go to the store and anywhere that I go, like outside of my house, like I do wear a mask, but not them. They just do their own thing without a mask. And
what do your friends say? Do they feel like it's no big deal, or do they feel like, hey, if I get it, I get it? What do they say?
My friends, like they all say that like the problem that they have is like they don't know like exactly like how you get the virus, because like it's really kind of undetected because they don't know how you really get the virus exactly. So that's really their problem, because they look at it as like, okay, if I'm wearing a mask, what happens like if I still get it? Then what? Then it's like that defeats the purpose of me wearing the mask.
I could say so much right there. I could say so much right there. My little nerdy mind just starts. Oh Lord, it's a Christian station, so I can't really say what I want to say. Like there's certain things that you can wear. I'll try to do it as simple as possible. There's certain things that you can wear that will minimize the potential for things that you don't necessarily want to happen to happen. Did I do good?
You did.
Did I do good? Because, baby, the old dude in me wanted to say, oh, Lord. But anyway, okay. Let me ask you this. Do your friends know how they catch a cold? I mean, do they know that?
Some of them do and some of them don't.
Do they know how they catch the flu?
For the most part, my answer to that would be no, they don't.
Okay.
They don't really. Some of that stuff, they just don't care about.
That's my point. It's like the logic that, and I'm not knocking your friend. I don't want anybody coming for me. But the logic is flawed. Like, if just because you don't know how you actually catch it doesn't mean you don't do the things necessary to prevent or minimize your chances of catching it. And then more importantly than spreading it.
Right.
Because you might not know you have it, and then you spread it to somebody else.
Absolutely right.
Okay, all right. But you keep wearing you got a mask with you today?
Mm-hmm, it's in my purse.
Okay, all right. Well, that's all right. You have it. What do you think about the people at the pool parties and the water parks and all the other stuff that you saw?
Ooh, my first thing I said was, "Where's the social distancing?" Because
Mm-hmm.
they were all mangled up like sardines out there, and I'm like, "Where's the social distancing?" Because I know, like, on the news they had said that they were going to open the water parks, but like they were saying, how like you would still have to do like the social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. And I'm like, well, first off, when they first said that, I'm like, well, I don't know how you're going to do the social distancing, because at a water park, that would be very difficult to do that. But as we all saw on TV, there was no social distancing,
Right.
no precautions, no nothing.
So do you think because it's one of those diseases or viruses, it's not a disease, it's a virus, that, like you said, they can't see it,
Mm-hmm.
they can't quite understand it, that in their minds it really doesn't exist? Out of sight, out of mind?
A lot of them, I do think that a lot of them do feel that way, because it's a lot of them has told me that it's really your mental, like your like what you think and stuff. So I think with a lot of them, they just.
I love young people, but y'all do me a favor. Not yet. Not yet. I don't need y'all to be in charge of nothing yet. Not yet. Y'all gonna be amazing one day, but today ain't today, because you can't think a virus away. Like, my mental says I will not get the virus, and you just walk around with a bunch of people with it. I promise you're gonna get you a little taste of it. So I gotta let Sybil Wilkes come in and give us her updated coronavirus update. So we'll do that next. We'll come back with our virtual co-host for the first hour, and that is none other than Janie Calhoun, right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today about the coronavirus. About 1.5 million laid off workers applied for unemployment benefits last week. Nearly 21 million people are officially classified as unemployed. States are rolling back lockdowns, but the coronavirus is not done with us yet. Cases are rising in nearly half the states, a worrying trend that sent the stock market tumbling this morning. Experts link more testing, outbreaks, and lifting the stay-at-home orders to the uptick in cases. A young woman in her 20s whose lungs were damaged due to COVID-19 has successfully received a double lung transplant. The operation offers new hope for patients with extensive lung damage from coronavirus infection. Sadly, the United States has surpassed 2 million confirmed coronavirus cases Wednesday night as new hotspots emerge and hospitalizations go up in some states. More than 112,000 people have died from the coronavirus nationwide. Visit SybilWilkes.com to subscribe to my free daily newsletter. Be informed, be empowered.
My name is Devon McDonald from Jamaica, live in Indianapolis Colts, and you listen to the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. That's
Jamie Calhoun.
Yeah, Jamie C. I like it. And look at her trying to rhyme. I say Jamie C. She said, that's me. That's what's up. We were talking about her age group and the coronavirus and some of them not taking it seriously. I almost feel like if your skin would burn up every time you go outside, more folks would stay inside.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be somebody out there with some sunscreen and a hat and a big old coat. Talking, it's all right. Come on out. Folks don't know how to stay home. You also have a lot of people protesting, obviously racism against people, black people, due to the murder of George Floyd. We recently had the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, had the murder of Breonna Taylor. A lot going on. We hadn't even gotten over Botham Jean and Tatiana up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yes.
And then, of course, there's a new one in Dallas going on. As a young person, what are your thoughts about what's going on in our society today?
Well, first, I think that it's very sad because, I wish, that the police brutality, and all of that, I do wish, that it would, just stop, because that was just, when I saw down the news of George Floyd and his video, when someone had videoed the police officer on his back, the way he was to me, that was horrible. It was hard for me to even watch it because I was just like, oh my God. Overall, I do think that, it needs to stop. And as far as the protesters, all I can say is please wear your mask and please be conscious, because you're around like a lot of, it's big groups, it's like hundreds and hundreds of people there. And, obviously there's no social distancing from what I saw on TV. So just please.
Have you been to any of the protests?
No.
They had the big one that Trade the Truth and Bun B had downtown Houston a couple of Tuesdays ago. And, 60,000 people. There were a lot of folks, though, there masked up. They did a great job. I got to be honest. I was Houston proud on that day. What do you think about the young people handling that part of it? They might not be handling the social distancing, whatever, but bringing about effective and meaningful change in our society. I got to be honest. They have gotten a lot done with the peaceful protests. I mean, a lot of folks get hung up on the burning of buildings and the looting and all that. I got a separate thought about that. I don't want to get caught up in that. But what are your thoughts about what they're being able to do with what they're doing right now?
I'm glad that they're not, burning buildings and all that, because I have seen that on movies, from back in the 60s and all that, when they used to burn buildings. And so I'm glad that, that they're not doing that. I'm glad that they're doing it in a way much more peaceful way, which is the way I feel is better to protest. If you're going to protest, against something. So I'm very proud of them.
But let me say this now. Sometimes to make eggs, you gotta break a few shells. So I'm just saying, let's hit the top of the hour. We'll be right back right after this.
1140 KYOK Conroe. The legend continues.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all, we're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. I've got a virtual co-host in studio with me today, and her name is?
Jamie Calhoun, and I'm here.
Jamie Calhoun, 21 years old, attends senior at UT Arlington. I keep wanting to say Austin and San Antonio, but it's Arlington. Yep. Very good school. What are y'all, the Broncos? What's your mascot?
We're Mavericks.
The Mavericks, okay. And majoring in mass communication?
Yeah, broadcast communication.
Broadcast communication.
Yes, sir. I get my bachelor's in December.
All right, looking forward to that. Any thoughts about your master's?
Oh, I haven't given it any thought just yet. People have been asking me about it, but I haven't given it no thought. I'm just trying to get through with this, get through my bachelor's.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And want to get into either radio or television?
Correct. I'm fine with either doing news anchoring or radio host. I'm fine with either one.
I'm telling you, you got all the skills to do either or, if not both. So
thank you.
I appreciate you tuning in with us, sitting in with us today.
I enjoyed it very much. I had a lot of fun.
Let me ask you this. With the protests and with some of the athletes lending their voices to the protests, I mean, you got a group of young players in the NBA, Kyrie Irving and some of the other young players. In fact, over 100 NBA and WNBA players literally said that they are sick and tired of their skill set being used for entertainment, but yet the same people that are supposed to protect and serve them are killing them. Mm-hmm. And they say, we've had enough. And they're literally saying if there are not effective changes made in certain areas, that they're not going to take the court when basketball comes back. That's a strong statement.
Let's see here. If I was them, I don't think I would stop doing what I'm doing, because if if your thing is basketball, football, or whatever, I would strongly suggest that, that you continue to do what you're doing, and God will work it out. It's all in His hands. So that's all I can really kind of.
Man, I want to have that discussion with you. Can we have that discussion? Because in my other life, I'm a pastor. In my other life, I'm a pastor. And I hear people say that God has it in His hands.
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then, don't we have to do something other than wait on God to do it for us? I mean, does not faith without works being dead, does that mean that there should be some action behind our belief and our faith and our prayers and that?
There definitely should be some action.
Okay.
Definitely. Because if you don't do anything about whatever the problem is, then it's never going to get fixed.
Yeah.
So for them, if they don't want to take whenever it's time for them to play again, if they don't want to take if they don't want to be on court or whatever, hey, just do what you believe in, do what you
what you're being led to do. That's the Holy Spirit moving on them, saying, your gift is, your athletic ability. If you use your gift, it'll make room for you. And if that means you don't play, you don't play. Are you familiar with Muhammad Ali?
Oh, yeah.
Muhammad Ali literally refused to fight. Muhammad Ali literally took his championship belt and threw it in a trash can because he did not want to be told that he had to go to a foreign land and fight against people who, in his opinion, had done nothing to him. And he was so serious about the stand, his position, he went to jail. He was stripped of his title. And several years later, he ended up reclaiming his title, getting back on top, and became one of the most revered as well as beloved people in the whole entire world. And, I'm not trying to compare the young people on a stature to Muhammad Ali, but it's almost the same thing. We would rather not play and be forced to, told that we have to play than to, rather than you forcing us to play, why don't you fix some of these issues that we're talking about? Why don't you make sure that people are not killing us on national TV, or somebody's running away and you're shooting them in the back?
I totally get what you're saying. I actually fully agree with you on that, because I remember I actually watched the movie of Muhammad Ali, and they actually had that scene in there when they wanted him to fight and he didn't want to.
Right.
And I stood by him totally, because to me that wasn't right to me. To try to force him to go into, I think it was the army. Try to force him to go into the army, and and obviously he would kill someone there. That was innocent. So I totally stand by that totally.
I mean, we got folks forcing the issue of sports. I'm a sports broadcaster, so I get it. Folks are forcing the issue of sports. Like you all play sports again. There's health concerns for the players as well as the fans. And then there's social justice concerns. You would rather play sports than put that same energy into making sure that Black men, women, and children are not being killed by people who are supposed to protect them.
Yeah, I totally. I agree with that, because I would prefer for the people of the United States to be safe and not harmed.
Well, I didn't want to get into it too deep with you, but you've done a great job. I held you over a little bit, if you don't mind.
Oh, it's
but
all right.
Jamie, you did a great job. You are a phenomenal person. Tell everybody again who you are, what you're doing, and then finish it up with where they can find you and follow you on social media.
My name is Jamie Calhoun, and I am from the University of Texas at Arlington. And you can find me on Twitter, on Facebook. On Facebook, my name is Jamie Calhoun. Just type that in and you'll be able to find me. And Twitter, I think on Twitter it is JCalH 44932.
Okay, I'm gonna find you now. I'm a little crazy on Twitter, so don't hold it against me. Don't be like, "Is that you?" Yeah, it's probably me. But Jamie Calhoun, you've done a great job. and we thank you for being our virtual co-host of the day. I'm sure we'll be working together soon as you do your internship with us for the summer.
Yes, sir, for the summer. So I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all give it up for Jamie Calhoun. She did a great job as my very first virtual co-host for the day. Got another young lady that's going to be joining us in about 15 minutes. So y'all keep it locked right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. We'll be right back. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job. Wasn't too tough on you, right?
I'm good.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Nervous?
No, not anymore. I was in the beginning, but as time progressed, I felt I got more comfortable.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
I don't know if you could tell, but
No, I think
comfortable.
you did. I think you did. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day. If there's anything I can do, I want you to, kind of pay attention to the next young lady that calls in. Do you listen to us when you're not here?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Okay, so check it out. Tell me what you think, and I want you to write down some questions.
Okay.
Just kind of observe and tell me what you think.
Okay. And she's on from 1 to.
She'll be on 1:20.
1:20
till the top of the hour, till we go off.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll listen to you.
Okay. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm here, so if you have any questions, you let me know. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well. Okay. Hey, Willie, I'm fine. How about yourself? Well, I want you to go on. So stay right there. Stay right there. All right. All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. Stay right there for a second. All right, y'all, we're back. Let me go to the phone line. Have a awesome young brother calling. I want to hear his thoughts and comments. Hello, sir. You're live on the lunch break. Who's this calling?
This is Willie. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine, Willie. How about yourself, man?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
No, I'm glad to have you. What's up? You said you heard something that I said about Kyrie and Avery Bradley and the other over 100 players that were involved in that conference call. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, a couple things. One of the players that was on that call kind of refuted what was said as far as the Players Coalition and what's going on. He said, there were over 100 players on the call, but only 10 spoke. And out of the 10 that spoke, 5 of them shared the sentiment of we shouldn't be playing right now. And 3 are the names that you're hearing now, the Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, and Kyrie Irving. So, and it's personally for me, and I'll say this is not a set up and dribble comment from me, but I'll simply say this. Yes, everything that's going on in the world, I would love to say, I'm not going to work until these things have changed. However, I'm working as I speak with you today. So I just don't understand. And it can also kind of be viewed as a form of privilege to say, hey, well, this nest egg or these wages that I've earned, I don't have to go to work, so I'm not going to go to work. And I think that's kind of, it's easy. Sports are entertainment for some. However, it's a job for others. So to say, well, I don't want to go to work because things are going on. I mean, a great number of people would love to say that. However, they don't have that opportunity to do so.
Yeah, and I get that. And I'm always one to say that sports and our lives are two different things. A lot of time we'll try to compare, what somebody is doing or making in sports to what we're doing or making. And there really is just no comparison. And I've been guilty. I've done the same thing. But, the more and more I've gotten into this, it's different. That being said, there are plenty of professions that shut down until changes came as well. You had bus drivers. You had garbage workers. And literally, the city was shut down because those workers decided they were not going to pick up anybody's trash until conditions got better. And imagine if that group had said, "Nah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," and and there were some that did, but the majority didn't. Therefore, effective, lasting, meaningful change happened. There comes a time where something has to weigh out over the well-being of the other. And the question is this that thing for those athletes? I get that there's some that can't take that time off and can't walk away from that money, but then there's some that feel like their platform is big enough and their situation is good enough that they can do that.
And I understand that. I get what you're saying, but the player that has the largest platform of them all is saying we're playing. And LeBron has done, I would say, he started the voter registration piece last week with a few other athletes and entertainers as well.
Wait, Willie, do me a favor. Stay right there. I want to finish this conversation. Let me take a quick break. I want to come back to you. We got Willie, one of our good callers from up in the Columbus, Ohio area, calling. We'll be right back with him next, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales and even removed it from the market. If you've been diagnosed with cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic equivalent, call the legal helpline now. You could receive a free cash award and have your medical expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to you. They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you're trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
Hey, sports fans, this is AJ Jones, and I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Schools are closed, and things are far from normal. I was thinking, how can we help here on KYOK and on the lunch break? And I heard these words: help make memories. So how about this? How about your child, age 12 and up, has a chance to be my co-host for the day? That's right, 30 minutes every Tuesday right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. Your child can invite their friends, their family, and even their classmates to hear them talk sports with me, AJ Jones, on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. Send me an email message at aj@kyoksports.com. That's aj@kyoksports.com with your child's name and why they should be the one to be my co-host for the day. Again, we're going to make memories during this tough times right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Be sure to to tune in to Motivational Thursdays on Shiloh Radio, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., where you will be encouraged, inspired, and ignited on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I've got none other than Willie from up in the Columbus area joining us live via the phone line. And Willie, we're talking about the group that got together on the conference call, NBA, WNBA players, over 100 of them. And you were talking about the one who has the most money and the most to lose and the most all that, the great LeBron James. What were you saying about him?
Right. And as far as, he's put together the voter registration piece with some other players, Draymond Green, Trae Young, Skylar Diggins-Smith from the WNBA is part of that group as well. So he's putting together those platforms that will continue to make a difference, as well as preparing the plan. I guess for me, it's just the irony that it's Kyrie Irving leading the charge and making this comment because for a number of reasons. One, he was part of the group 2 weeks ago. He's vice president of the the NBA Players Association, one of them. So he was part of a call that voted unanimously to resume the season 28-0. And so now, no, we don't want to play. There's too much going on. Two, he's not even playing in Orlando anyway due to injury. So, and he has a track record that I necessarily won't go into today that of questionable things that he said and done. So it's just the irony that it's him. Probably anyone else, it would probably carry a little more weight, but because it's Kyrie, it's kind of a side eye, if you will.
Let me throw this out to you, and then we gotta get ready for another break. Malcolm and Martin. Malcolm and Martin. Two great leaders, two different approaches on how to lead in the battle against racism and social injustices against people of color. Both of them dead and gone. And now here, 68 to 2020, that many years later, we're still fighting the same fight. I'm just going to say this. I don't care how many different groups we have fighting that fight. We can have a LeBron group. We can have a Kyrie group. We can have Dwight Howard's kind of in Kyrie's group. But man, we can have a soccer group, a baseball group, a tennis group. At the end of the day, this fight has got to be won. So what I don't think we should do is get caught up in the who's, because there are people that didn't support Malcolm. There are people that didn't support Martin. There are people who don't support Jesse. There are people who don't like Al Sharpton. At the end of the day, this fight has got to be won because, again, it's not a popularity contest. It's a contest to make sure that people of color, black people, are treated with the same kind of dignity and respect and safety and concern as everybody else. It has gotten too easy to shoot black people. A man was running away with a taser, the same taser that was police registered and issued that supposedly was not going to kill anybody. He was running away with said taser, and somebody thought the best way to stop him was to shoot him in the back. It has become too easy to shoot people, black people in the back. I don't care if it's LeBron. I don't care if it's Kyrie. I don't care if it's Skylar. I don't care if it's Megan Rapinoe. I don't care. We got to get this problem resolved.
Oh, without question. Duly noted. I agree wholeheartedly with that. I'll say this. I mentioned LeBron has a platform and he has implemented pieces to make that change. All we have with Kyrie is saying, I'm not going to Orlando. What is your plan? You haven't released that plan. You just want to get guys together and say, no.
And I hear you, and that's understandable. But again, with all that LeBron has done, he hasn't been able to resolve this issue by himself. And a lot of times we want to hold people to giving us their plan when there's a whole lot of people in power right now that don't have plans, and we still following them. So Let's give it time, man. Let's just realize this is a serious fight. This ain't American Idol. This ain't the most votes win. This is a serious fight. And the fact that folks want to be in the fight, I say let as many of them in to fight this fight as possible. You got people who are hanging from trees right now and coroners who are quick to call it suicide. I mean, at least let a Black Life Matter enough that you're going to do a little bit of work to find out if it was or wasn't.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, Willie. Always, man. I'm going to have you as a virtual co-host one day soon.
Let's do it. I love it.
All right, brother. We're going to do that. Let me take a break. Willie, you take care up there in Columbus. Don't sign one of them waivers to play for Ohio State, all right?
No, we'll talk about that too. It's not with. We'll talk.
All right, let's tee that up for tomorrow.
Look forward to it.
All right, man. Thank you. Willie Gibson, good dude up there in Columbus, Ohio. All right, I got my next virtual co-host for the day teed up. I think she's also on the other line, so let me get her set up. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with my second virtual co-host of the day right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Can you believe it? You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
You look right. You did hair and makeup and nails, didn't you?
Yeah, not nails, but the other two, yes.
417-0851.
Stay right there,
That's
young lady. We'll come to you right after this.
417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
Having trouble getting focus? Getting your to-do list turned on?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK. 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Beautiful people, this is Major. This is why I love you on the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Team Texas Tuesday. And y'all, I got another virtual co-host joining me on the show. Put your hands together for young Alana Briley. Alana, how you doing, dear?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing great. You're looking great. Like you went out and got your hair did, got your makeup. How y'all say it? Got your face beat up. And what else? What else y'all be doing? Come on.
I didn't completely beat my face, just a little bit. Just
beat your face. Okay. All right. Look, I need to start getting I'm shiny. I need makeup to come in here and rub my receding hairline. How about that?
Yes, we have something for that.
Alana, let me tell you, it's so good to have you on the show. I have heard so much about you. You got requests going on already. They're asking for you to speak Korean. They want you to speak Spanish, and you do all of that, huh?
I try. I speak Spanish more than Korean. Korean is I can get around if I need to.
I'm not mad at you. First of all, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, tell everybody who you are, where you are, and what you do where you are.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Alana Briley. I am currently a graduate student at Texas A&M University, Texarkana. I live here in Texarkana, Texas, raised here. I am pursuing my master's in business administration with a concentration in management. And I'm involved in a few things on campus. I also work at Ulta Beauty, which is why I'm all made up.
You called it in, huh? Listen, I'm about to go live on a radio station. Can y'all drop me some? Can y'all send somebody over? I need a little help. Need a little help.
Yes. And I work as a tutor and a grad assistant as well. And I'm involved with the Alpha Sigma Alpha sorority, as well as an organization on campus called Crown, creating and reclaiming opportunities for women nationally that focuses on minority women and women of color, and improving opportunities for us worldwide.
I absolutely love all of that. What do you tutor? What do you help with other folks with?
Mostly biology, anatomy and physiology, and as well as Spanish. So I'm kind of do the biological sciences and then Spanish.
Gotcha. I did a little math tutoring when I was in college, made a little money doing that. So yeah, I can appreciate that. Man, the whole thing on for women and making sure that there is equality and things going there. You and I talked a little bit yesterday about that. With all of the movement going on about the murder of course, George Floyd, which is necessary. Of course, Ahmaud Arbery, which was, horrific as well. There are a lot of women that have been kind of left out of the narrative. We talk about Breonna Taylor, and we talk about Tatiana, we talk about some of the other ones, but for a lot of it, their names are blended in, not focused on.
I highly agree on that. It's like there's secondary outrage when it comes to Black women.
And that just can't be. I mean, when I say this has got to change, I mean, it's got to change for everybody, Black men and women, boys and girls.
For sure. Because I think the narrative, I know with my friends and I, and a lot of my officers, shout out to my Crown officers, most of them come from the Houston area. But we talk about this, how it's like Black Lives Matter, but they matter more so if you're male. They're by us like ignoring and being silent about Black women and girls getting killed. It's like, oh, it's okay for police to kill them or brutalize them. Right now, we want to focus on the men, and whenever we bring it up, we're told we're being divisive, and that now's not the right time. Well, if now's not the right time, when is the right time?
When is the right time? Yeah. Alana Briley joining me right here on the lunch break as my virtual co-host for the day. She's up in Texarkana doing amazing things, and we're talking about the social injustices, racism, and even brutal murders of Black people, and she's talking about it from a women's perspective. And I'm just gonna tell you, you're not being divisive. You're not being, this is the right time. I just had a young man that was on. You heard part of the conversation. We were talking about the athletes that are involved in this movement. What female athletes would you like to see speak out more? I do know Skylar Diggins is involved. I do know there's some other WNBA players that are involved, but is there anyone in particular that you would like to see get behind this cause and this necessary movement?
Well, I think people like, for instance, Serena Williams, they've spoken out about some things before. I would like to, and forgive me, I don't know that if she has already, but like some of our female soccer players on the women's national team. Yeah. Because I was a soccer player in high school, so that's my sport.
I know Megan has. I know Megan Rapinoe has. So
she always
I know
speaks
she
out.
has. Yeah, she does. That young lady right there, I can rock with her.
Yes, I adore her.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Does it have to be a woman speaking out for the women? If, let's say, LeBron James started naming the Breonna Taylors and the Tatianas and some of the other ones, would that make a difference? Because Kobe Bryant was literally becoming the voice behind the WNBA before his untimely passing. Could it be something that if we're more inclusive in the conversation, that the difference and the change would happen there as well?
I agree. And actually, because I think a lot of what happened with Breonna Taylor with the Say Her Name, a lot of that was women pushing that to the forefront on social media and speaking out about it. And the problem is that not enough men are speaking out about it. And there's this, especially, I just have to call out the pink elephant in the room. A lot of times when it comes to Black male athletes, they've made it very clear that Black women aren't their priority anyway. So I would like to see more of them come out and speak out when it comes to things like this.
Girl, I had to adjust my seat. I had to adjust my seat. You dropped that thing right there so heavy that I had to adjust my seat. And it's been something that I've seen too many times. And I don't want to kill anybody's First Amendment rights, but you don't always have to announce what you like and what you don't like. Sometimes you just rock with what you like and don't mess with what you don't like, and you don't have to announce it for the world to, jump on it, and then to make other people feel like, and I know you don't, but there's some people like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be considered to be with a man on that level or that stature or what have you? And I always find that interesting.
Yeah, and I've been there. Now I don't really care. But as a younger girl, I was an athlete in high school, so I was around a lot of athletes in high school. I'm around athletes now in college, and that is a narrative that frequently pushed. I was made very clear that I wasn't as valued very early on. So that's something that I learned, and that's why it doesn't surprise me that there aren't more Black men or Black male athletes speaking out. I think once they really the momentum starts going, I think it can really make some changes, hopefully.
We got Alana Briley joining us as my second virtual co-host of the day. She's tuned in all the way from Texarkana. She is what school again? Texas A&M, Texarkana.
Yes, sir.
Majoring in business.
Yes, Masters of Business Administration.
And let's get that right, Masters of Business Administration. And I love that your organization called Crown. I love that. Where are our members and chapters? Where's all that located?
So it was actually a branch off of a program that we had at our school called PATH. It was for keeping retention of Black men in college. So a lot of the women were like, we want something too. So we started off as a ladies' path, and then we branched off into Crown. And so it's only at our university. It would be great if it would expand at one point. But a lot of our officers and the members come from different parts of Texas. 4 out of our 6 officers come from Houston, and 1 is from Baltimore. So.
Gotcha. I don't want to get away from the very serious topic that we brought up. We're talking with Alana Briley. She's the virtual co-host of the day up in Texarkana about the situation going on with, fighting racism, fighting social injustices against Black people, fighting, Black people being easily killed with, little justification or justice being served. Talking about the young man in Atlanta, here he is running away and he has a taser that, yes, he resisted arrest and he got the officer's taser. He got his taser, not his revolver. And still, the officers found it one of the officers found it very okay to use deadly force to stop a man who's running away with a police-issued taser. It just seems like it has gotten so easy to kill Black people. And we're talking about bringing more of the women and girls who have been killed in similar situations. Beyond just Breonna Taylor, beyond just her, there have been many, many more. What do you think, someone like me can do to change that narrative? I always say Ahmaud, I always say George, and I always say Breonna in my dialogue, but what do I need to do to make sure that this narrative is inclusive and not exclusive?
It's as simple as the hashtag say her name. We need to start saying their names. We need to start mentioning a Tatiana Jefferson. We need to mention Rakia Boyd and Miriam Carey and Jessica Williams and Tanisha Anderson. We need to start saying their names. Like Ayanna, the little girl, what was she, 7? That got killed? Where was this outrage when the 7-year-old got killed by the police? Like, this isn't the first time raids have gone wrong. There was a pregnant woman killed by the police in, I can't remember what city it was. Her name was Charlene. She called for a potential burglary in her own home, and the police shot and killed her. She was pregnant. There was a pregnant woman killed in, I believe it was Minneapolis, during the protests by the police. And I couldn't even find her name. I might not have been searching the right thing. I couldn't find her name. So it's as simple as say her name. We need to start saying their names. Their names are just as important.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you've come on as a virtual co-host to bring this to the forefront, because a lot of the athletes are using their platform. You've got Kyrie Irving and over 100 players there who are talking about doing some things with either playing or not playing because of the protests. You got LeBron James wanting to play but still do things on using his platform. You got the NFL saying, hey, they're going to use all of their networks and platforms, as well as donate $250 million over the next 10 years to it. Michael Jordan, $100 million over the next 10 years. We've got to make sure that those ladies' names and girls' names are included in this. Not that they're going to miss out on anything because they're dead and gone, but we need to make sure that the next Breonna Taylor doesn't happen, and the next Tatiana doesn't happen, and the next, what's the 7-year-old girl's name again?
Ayanna. I think it's Ayanna. I can't remember her last name, but her first name is Ayanna.
Ayanna. We got to make sure that's end all discussion. Don't give me stats about black on black crime, which is not a thing. Don't give me stats on abortion rates. Don't give me stats on that when a 7-year-old black girl can be killed and the police officers are not in jail for the rest of their lives. This has got to change. This has definitely got to change.
Very true.
What is your what are your feelings on the protests?
I have a lot of mixed feelings. I kind of want to be kind of careful about how I approach it, but
listen, as long as you don't cuss, you all right. Say what you got to say. Bring it.
But for me, I wasn't too keen on going to the protests because leading up to the protests, so I don't know how many of your viewers or how many students have come on in the Gen Z age bracket, but I know for a lot of these 14, 15, 16-year-olds that are on TikTok and things, we were witnessing, if you're on social media heavily, we were witnessing something happening on social media prior to all of this transpiring. And so for a lot of young Black women, I've heard a lot more saying that they didn't feel comfortable going out to the protests because it was like we felt like our voices, our names of Black women that were getting killed weren't being pushed to the forefront as much, but they want us to be the face of this protest, and yet we're not getting that same respect reciprocated back, because there was basically a public smear campaign against Black women on social media websites prior to all of this going down. And the culprit wasn't people of other races, really. It was coming from our own men. So I've seen more and more younger Black women. They're like, I want to protest, but they're kind of torn. And I know for me personally, even though I have a brother, I have my father, for me, it was like, I think it's best for me in this case to stay home and work from the sidelines, like helping get people registered to vote. I've just became a registrar to help with that, talking to my friends, talking to our communities, and talking within my community to high school students and fellow college students about what we can do to change here and then move outward rather than protesting, because there's a lot of riffraff happening in the protesting caused by outside forces too. So there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear all of that, because again, it's not people coming on here and agreeing with what I agree with. I want to hear all sides of it. I want to hear what's working, what's not working, because at the end of the day, as I was saying to the young man, at the end of the day, this fight has got to be won. And I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know it's not going to happen without lives being lost and blood being shed, but it's worth the fight. And if there are things that we can do better or smarter, like getting people registered to vote and winning at the ballot box and making sure that people have their stuff in order, then that's what we need to do. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with Alana Briley joining us here on the lunch break.
If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talk with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy James Fortune, and you are listening to The Lunch Break. Keep it locked.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and I've got another amazing virtual co-host of the day joining me here on the show. Listen, Alana Briley, you are doing an amazing job. I'm looking at some of the comments. You're killing them out there. Folks are really resonating with what you're saying, and I appreciate you for coming on today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I tell you what, we are glad to have you. So we've talked about, the protest. We've talked about, there needs to be more voices to say her name. We need to hear more about the young ladies who've lost their lives and had their lives taken by, police brutality and racism and things like that. What are your thoughts about COVID-19 and how your generation or your age group seems to be handling it positively or negatively?
Well, I kind of think it goes both ways. That was another reason for me that I didn't join the protest, because my dad is in his 70s, my mom is in her 60s. So for me, I was like, I don't want to go out there and then come home and to expose them to something. I love that people are so inspired to go out and do the protests that they're going out there, but I don't think my age group is being smart about it, especially since now I'm starting to see it hit closer to home. So now I'm having friends pop up and have COVID-19, and not everybody was very responsible about how they were going about things. And I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I know I went out to a bar the other night, but I think it kind of goes both ways. Some of us are very careful, and then some are in the middle, and some are just out there doing whatever they want.
And you know, and that's the thing. And I know there are a lot of folks, we've seen videos of folks at the pool parties and videos of folks at the, you know, at the I don't want to call it the club, but you know, that club, and doing different things. Why do you think that there's that carelessness with it? And I'm not just talking about in your generation, but just you're very bright. So why do you think there's that carelessness with it?
Well, thank you. I think part of it, I know some of us don't, since a lot of us haven't had it hit close to home, like a lot of us don't know someone with it, or if someone ended up having it, it wasn't very severe. So, and especially with the narrative that it mostly affected older people when it came out, I think a lot of people just kind of took that and ran with it. So I feel like we're still in that kind of mindset that it's like, it can't affect me because I'm not seeing it at my level. I only hear about it on the news.
Yeah. And I think there's some truth to that. I said with the other young lady who was in, I think if people's skin was burning off, the majority of the people would stay at home, but there would be somebody out there with a whole bunch of sunscreen, with a hat, big old coat. Somebody, it's all right, y'all come on out. But let me ask you this. So I know we haven't talked a lot about sports. Sporting events are being called to get back in action. You have colleges that are being told to get back out there and play. You got the NFL, you've got baseball, basketball on all levels. And then we hear that there's a bunch of players that are starting to test positive on the college level and the pro level. In your opinion, is sports that important? Like, do we have to have sports back in order for everything to seem like it's normal?
That's hard for me because I love sports. Like in the fall, our soccer season, we don't have a football team. So our soccer team's like our football team. And it's my last year of school. So I'm like, I want to be able to go watch my soccer games and scream on the sidelines. And I love watching my sports. But at the same time, it's like, is it worth it? Like if people go to a sports game and like half the people end up with corona and a quarter of them die, is it worth it? And it's like weighing this, like, is our entertainment that precious that we can't stay home for a little bit longer?
You know, and you were the perfect person to ask. Like you said, being a passionate athlete, you know, who played the sport. And like you said, that's your football team, y'all soccer team, and wanting to go out and see that in your final year and what have you. You know, it almost becomes a preference. Do I prefer this more than I care about that? Mm-hmm. And I mean, do I have it backwards if I want to go to a football game rather than worry about my auntie and, you know, Uncle Willie and all them?
Yeah, and that's the scary part. Because until it hits home, it's like we can't fathom, because it's an invisible enemy that we're dealing with. So we can't fathom what's going on. All we know is that we want to go watch our game. But now it's like I heard Zeke Elliott just was revealed that he had it. So I'm like, okay, guys, like maybe we need to take a step back.
I mean, you know, and that blew our minds yesterday when we got that news that several players from the Cowboys and the Texans have tested positive. And then when they released Ezekiel Elliott's name, which, by the way, he's mad that they released his name, and I don't blame him. But now you can put an identifiable name and a face with it that, you know, it's like, wait a minute, hold up. That would be messed up if something happened to Zeke, fooling with coronavirus. Am I crazy?
No, I think you're exactly right. Until we start, like I said, until it starts hitting home, until it starts affecting people that we see or people that we know, it's like it doesn't really exist. So.
You got people out there that feel entitled, like athletes are supposed to entertain them. Like you're supposed to get out on that field and basketball's supposed to start back July 31st. You got players talking about not wanting to play for health reasons, for social justice reasons, what have you. Entertain me. I pay my hard-earned money to be entertained at a basketball game. I don't want to hear your political stuff. They doing the best they can to keep you physically safe. Get out there and play. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't agree with that. And I think this is with athletes and celebrities alike. People always want to dehumanize them.
Right.
We forget that these people are humans first. And we can't just throw them out there because of our own. It's just, and it's a part of American culture. I mean, that's ingrained. It's to be selfish. It's our individualism. That's our nature. And so we feel entitlement is just a part of being American, honestly. And I just don't think that if the athlete, whatever sport they're playing, if they don't feel comfortable enough to go out there, then they shouldn't be made to go out there. They just shouldn't.
I love you. I do. You don't play with it. You like, let me go ahead and deal with what you call the 500-pound elephant in the room. I love, because it almost being an individual or individualism, like you said, is as a part of the American culture as apple pie and baseball. It just is. It just is. Even at other people's expense. And literally, if somebody gets hurt, what do? They roll them off to the side and they bring somebody else in so that the game can go on, no matter how hurt that person that just went off is.
They're replaceable.
You done got me messed up now. I might look, sometimes I've recently become a pescatarian. I swear off of beef and all that other stuff. I might have to swear off sports if they don't treat people better.
Oh, yeah. That's hard, though. It's hard. That's another part of American society. If sports are ingrained, that's America.
Alana, what else are you passionate about before we have to go?
I love to travel. I'm a foodie. Any kind of food, Thai food, Korean food, Mexican food, I'll eat it, Ethiopian food. And I love to sing and dance. I'm actually a part of the Eagle dance team that we just started this year. So we'll see how that goes if COVID-19 doesn't mess that up too.
Can you sing?
Yes. Are you putting me on the spot right now?
Yeah, I'm getting ready. You gotta have to give us something.
Well, the person who recommended me for this actually was one of my old vocal coaches. She's like my other mama, Miss L. Michelle. So
I do it like this, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Lady L. Michelle. Come on, give us a little something, Alana.
Okay. Get ready. Strumming my pain with his fingers. He was singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
You better come on here. You better come on here with that. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm not gonna treat you like they did Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna give you a really nice contract, and I want to manage your stuff because, girl, you got them chops. I love it.
Thank
you. Are one of the most talented, just brilliant, just extraordinary people that I've met in a long, long time. And I want you to keep being that and more. Don't turn down for anybody. You shine as bright as you can possibly shine. And anybody that can't handle your light, they don't deserve to be in it. You hearing me?
Oh, thank you.
Alana, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, please.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram. My name was this way because I used to do open mics in Dallas, but it's called Pitches, like singing, P as in Peter, Pitches and Flows on Instagram. And you can find me for that. And is written out on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. It's just my name, Alana Briley.
All right. Well, listen, I am blessed to know you, and I am so grateful that you dropped by the lunch break to be my virtual co-host for the day. You keep getting those folks registered to vote. You keep making sure good things happen for us, okay?
Yes, thank you for having me.
Y'all, Alana Briley, she is amazing. Thank you, girl. You take care. Have a good rest of your week, all right?
Bye. Thank you. You too.
Oh my gosh, she just had me about to go in. I was ready to shout. Alana Briley, y'all, doing great things and making a difference up there with Crown, getting people registered to vote. Very, very outspoken about things that she has a belief in. I'm going to have her back because I want to talk more about athletes that for whatever reason they stop liking and loving their race. It's a thing, and it's been a thing for too long. And like she said, as a young girl, she was looking at herself. Why not me? Why not me? And if we're going to do this thing, we got to do it right. So I might have to have her come back and maybe have a panel of folks come back and we talk about that at length, because I think that's a conversation that needs to be had. I know y'all want scores. I know y'all want highlights. I know y'all want updates in the world of sports. So let me give you a quick one before we go. Yesterday, the breaking news came that several players from the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys tested positive for COVID-19, including Ezekiel Elliott, who was not happy that his name was released. The NFL said that was not an outbreak, that both teams have been following CDC, league, and state safety guidelines, but we will give you more information as that story further develops. Also, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred now admits that he is not confident that there will be a 2020 season. And he says, and I quote, "It's just a disaster for our games." The players have rejected all of the owners' proposals, all of which included additional pay cuts above the agreed upon proration of pay based on agreed upon salaries. Kyrie Irving, Avery Bradley of the Lakers released a statement on behalf of the over 100 NBA and WNBA players, saying, as a community being systematically targeted and used for our talent, and also still being killed by the very people who are supposed to protect and serve us, we have had enough. And they've asked for several changes to go in place before they play. Roger Goodell says he supports and welcomes any NFL team who wants to sign Colin Kaepernick. I'll believe it when I see it. So there's your quick sports update. I'm using my platform to talk about social issues that not only go through the world of sports, but supersede the world of sports. And I'm so grateful to have young people like Jamie Calhoun, young people like Alana Briley, young people like the other ones that we've had on the show that are passionate about that. I mean, not only are they excited to come on, but they are doing great things. So that being said, let me get ready to get out of here. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Dr. Thomas F. Freeman, who passed away. A phenomenal orator and debater and just man over at Texas Southern University. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. In the morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff Get Up Mornings, and then we'll be back with Winning Wednesday. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. All right, y'all. I really hope that y'all enjoyed the show. Alana, you are amazing, and I mean it when I say I want to have you back, and I want you to get a couple of the people from Crown, and let's talk about that much-needed discussion. I'll see if I can't get some NFL players, maybe some NBA players to come on, and let's have that discussion about why somebody else when you get to certain levels. I think that would be a great discussion in the world of sports, and Alana, I think you would be phenomenal to help talk about that. But again, I want y'all to lift these young people up. They're out there and they are bringing about change in our society. And I, for one, am 100% with them. So let's encourage our young people, even if it's not something that you necessarily feel like it's going to affect you or your culture. Trust me, when Black Lives Matter, all lives will be able to matter. You can't have we without me. So hear me when I say we're going to focus and get these injustices out of the way of Black lives. And I promise you, we'll fight for anybody and everybody else as well. As always, not this, definitely this. Y'all be safe out there. Wash your hands, wear your mask, sanitize everybody, and treat everybody with respect. All right? I'll talk to y'all soon. All right?